Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Into the Microwave Oven with Kirann and Bri as your hostesses. I am Kirann, 19 and cannot read. Am I 19? Absolutely not, but for the sake of the joke, I am. I am a writer, artist, and a talker of the crap. Bri?
Hey, Bri here. I am not very good with intros, but hey, that's why I'm going second. Yeah, nothing much to know.
We are totally two different people, I promise.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for today we're going to talk about our top 5 anythings, basically. Not like a top 5 Watch Mojo thing. Is that copyrighted? I don't know. But we're going to do the top 5 broad fiction in general, or what I would like to do is anime. So Bri here will be doing something general, more general, so that we could like get to know each other. I mean, not each other, but you get to know us. I swear to gosh.
Yes.
We are two different people, I will say again. Okay, Bri, do you want to go first?
Okay, top 5. My favorite book of all time is the War That Saved My Life series. Hands down, best ever.
Best ever.
A couple of my favorite animes is Given, Your Lie in April, and Violet Evergarden. And one last favorite thing is that Shira the cartoon rocks.
I agree with that last part. I agree with your whole list, actually, except the Word That Saved My Life isn't my absolute favorite. But you know what? I still really liked it when I read it.
Yeah.
Okay, after this list, I guess we're just going to talk about our interests for a little bit, and then we're going to call it a day. So, my top 5 anime would be Tokyo Ghoul Season 1. I don't take criticism, no. The next one is The Promised Neverland Season 1, because the Season 2 is crap. The third one would be Your Lie in April, because it made me sob and made me feel things. Yu Yu Hakusho, an oldie but a goodie, and actually my first anime. That's why I have such an attachment to it. And Clannad, the one that made me cry more than Your Lie in April, surprisingly. Okay, you want to talk about it?
So, okay. Which one do we... Well, I'll talk about the book first.
Okay. So,
because that's a quick one to go through.
Yes, so what can you do, like a summary of it or something?
Okay. The War That Saved My Life series, there are 2 books. The first book is about this little girl who is around 10 or 11 years old. Her name is Ada Smith, and she has a clubfoot. This takes place in, I think, World War II, like right as it's starting.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's a story about how this little girl has a clubfoot, how she's surviving with her mother, and how she ended up having to move to the countryside. Her mother was not very good. Very bad, actually. And it's about her journey. She follows her brother to the countryside so that they can avoid the bombs in central London. And the story follows Ada and her brother Jamie and this nice lady they live with, that they end up living with in the countryside, who says that she's not nice, but I think she kind of is. And it's super cute, and it is a comfort book of mine. I go to it anytime I feel like it.
Is there like 2 books? I feel like... Was there 2?
Oh, yes. There are 2 books. The War That Saved My Life, and then The War That I Finally Won.
Oh, okay. Do you wanna talk about the elephant in the room with this book?
The elephant in this room?
The elephant in the... You know, the old lady, or the nice lady you like to call her or something. I don't know her name. I read the book, but you were like...
Susan Smith. There we go. That's her name.
What's her name?
Susan Smith.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you said. Mrs. Smith, I will call her, is like, she lives alone and she's sad, and she used to have a quote unquote roommate, and you thought they were just friends, but the connotation here was something else.
Okay, wait. So when I started reading this book, it was a couple years ago, and I was not very good at picking up on subtext. So I was more focused on Ada and her beautiful journey to like self-love and happiness and, you know, overcoming trauma, that I neglected to pay attention to the fact that Susan Smith was that it was implied that her and like that she was depressed over her quote-unquote friend passing away, and the fact that it was possibly more than a friend, because I mean she left her house and horses to this quote-unquote friend.
Oh my god.
So and the fact that she came from a pastor's family, like her father was like a pastor or something, and she no longer like goes to church and no longer talking to him, and this is again like the World War II era, so like that year. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, I should have seen the clues sooner. It really took one of my reads.
Yeah. That was really sad. She like texted me in the middle of the night and we're like, you guys, you know what? Kirann, you know what? You know what I just figured out? Oh, I
You'll
love it.
never believe who I think. You'll never believe the subtext that I just picked up on. Like, it's my quote-unquote favorite book.
Unbelievable.
It is my favorite book, though.
Okay, I don't disagree with you. I promise. Okay, are we gonna talk about your second one, or are we gonna go on to my first one? Are we gonna like?
I thought we were gonna like switch back and forth.
Okay, we'll switch back and forth. So I will explain myself about the Tokyo Ghoul season 1. I will explain myself, but I don't take any criticism. Okay, so I know there's a lot of anime out there that's much better than Tokyo Ghoul, I'll admit it, but I just never watched them. And Tokyo Ghoul is like my comfort anime, unfortunately. Yeah, so Tokyo Ghoul, basically the first season, I'm not going to talk about the other ones, they don't exist. The first season and the manga is about this teenage boy who is a human that lives in a world of ghouls, where ghouls like feed on humans as on the top of the food chain with this extra organ they have that acts as some kind of claw, you know? It's not like exactly a claw. It looks kind of more like tentacles or something, that it's very deadly. So one day Kaneki goes on this date, and this girl he's been crushing on for a long time because they had like a same interest in books, but what he didn't know was that girl that he was talking to was actually a ghoul, and she tried to eat him. The miraculous part was that someone or something happened. I'm not spoiling, but the steel beams that they were under fell on top of them, where they had to do an emergency surgery on Kaneki, implanting her organs into him, so that he is now a half ghoul, and he has to kind of struggle with identity crisis of, but I am human, but I must eat or I will actually die. And he also has to go through this oh my gosh, ghouls aren't as bad as I thought, they're not like actual monsters, and how do I live in a world where humans are trying to constantly kill me and find me? Yes, that's it, that's all. I feel like there was more.
That about covers it, I think.
Yeah, the part where it's my comfort show is kind of concerning, though.
Classic. It's a classic comfort. No, it isn't. That's fine. We're all weird. It's okay.
We all have our little drawbacks, and my drawback is I like this crappy anime, but love the freaking manga. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that, okay? Can we go on to your second one?
Alright, let's talk about cartoon. The cartoon Shira, because I'll leave the anime for last since there are like 3.
Shira! Let's go! The new one, the
I
reboot.
love it. The reboot, yes.
The reboot,
yeah,
not the original. Not the original.
With an acronym of
SPA. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, SPA.
Very, very good. Very nice.
Do you ever feel extra brave and call it SPOP?
Stick with Shira.
Oh. No, it's Spop. Haven't you heard the cool kids are calling it Spop nowadays?
Oh my god.
I talk like I'm 58. Oh my god.
Anyway, I'll ignore you.
Okay, go on. What's Spop about?
So Shira is about, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, 10 out of 10, I love it. It is a reboot of a very old show.
Oh my gosh, it's not that old. It's not.
I don't know how old the original is.
I watched
a while ago, like a really long while ago.
I watched the original. You're hurting me.
I know you watched the original. I remember you had He-Man in the car.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, Shira, it's a reboot of an older series, and usually reboots are not so good, but this one was amazing.
Powerpuff Girls
I've never
2016.
seen the original, though, so who knows if they're actually right or not.
No, it wasn't that good. I just liked it for nostalgia, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, so Shira the reboot, 2018, I think.
Uh-huh.
Super good. It's about this world where there are princesses, and by princesses I mean they've got powers on their planet, which is called Etheria. They also don't have stars, but I feel like that's a little thing that comes in the future seasons. I don't know if we're supposed to like not spoil or whatever. But
No spoilers. I just like a synopsis and then we'll say spoiler alert.
All right. So Shira is about this girl, I think, lady, Adora. I don't know how old she is.
I'd say like 19.
Horde, and she is fighting princesses until in like the first or second episode she finds out her side is kind of evil, and she's got this friend Katra, and she finds out and she leaves the Horde. She asks Katra to go with her. Katra does not, and it is like super sad.
Aww.
A very bad breakup.
Not the sexy hot cat lady. Come on.
Oh my god, yeah. She's great. So, not furry.
Hey, Adora.
Chico. No, I mean, well.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's a very good show. I love how everyone's outfits are so cute and colorful, and all the different body types is super great.
Yes, makes me feel
like,
happy.
Beautiful lesbians.
Oh yeah, truly amazing.
10 out of 10.
So in Shira, they like fight the Horde the whole time. I'm not gonna say anything else, but spoiler alert. They like, I'll give you some time. 3, 2, 1. Okay,
yeah, leave if you don't
want
spoilers,
please. Okay, so so when Shira like defeated Horde Prime, did you not cry? I cried that whole season. I don't know how the last few episodes made me cry. Like the Katra getting mind controlled, you know.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I only remember the kiss.
The kiss scene. Unbelievable. Okay, so
I know it word for word. Like, since we're doing spoilers, I know that thing word for word up to a certain point.
Do it.
Where does it start? Where do I start it?
I don't even know the word.
Katra's like, look, she's like, I catch, and like, I don't know. It starts somewhere where Adora is like, I can't. I've lost. It failed. Oh my god, there it is. I failed. And Katra's like, no. Oh god, wait. It's my memory is failing me, but I know this word. Katra, it's along the lines of, don't give up. You've never given up. Not even once. Not even on me. And it's going back between like her screaming it into the void and her screaming it to Adora's prone body. So it's like, it flickers back and forth between that. But she's like, Adora, you can't give up. You've never given up. Not even once. Not even on me. And oh my god,
I think that's where I teared.
Don't you get it? And like Katra's like, don't you get it? I love you.
I love you.
So please, just this once. Stay. And then she goes back to talking to Adora's body, and she's like whispering, "Stay." And then Adora saves her from some kind of blast of energy, and Adora's like, "You love me," and Katra's like, "You're such an idiot." And then Adora is like, "I love you too," and then they kiss, and I'm like, You know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wait.
I know that last bit word.
I was more into like the character development of how Catra doesn't like trust anyone but Shira. But Shira, like, I mean Adora, but Adora like left her, and the one person that said she'd stay, but she actually left her, and it's like all the thing, and you were like kissing Gopher.
No, because look, that is so dramatic. Because that is the culmination.
Yeah,
of, thing, of the whole misunderstanding.
That's
the way
true.
She's asking her to please just this once stay. Like that is.
It was so powerful.
Because Adora's ready to just die. Like I failed. Time to die. I'll take the planet down with me and die. I guess. Okay.
It's fine. It's what
and
Mara
is like begging her. She is begging, like, stay. You can't leave me again. Like I don't want you to leave me because I love you. And that is the culmination of it all. Like season 5 has so many great points for Catra too.
That's
like,
so true.
The part where they meet Melog and she's like, I am trying to work on my anger issues, and this thing responds to emotion. So I would ask that you please not
infuriate
me.
Okay.
And Adora's like, oh my god, really? Okay. And then like leaves her alone. Oh, and I love the scene where she kind of just jumps in, like in a whole different scene. Catra just jumps in Adora's lap and is like, yeah, Adora. So anyway,
I love that.
Was a masterpiece.
Season 5, I think, is my favorite, along with the season where Angela died, where I cried a lot. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. I love them all because season 4 you really see rock bottom Catra, and you meet Double Trouble, who I personally love.
You also see Catra in that sexy outfit.
Oh my god, yes. The short hair too is so cute, and then it's like also domestic. And season 1 is where they're still like they're technically enemies, but they still care for each other in season 1.
It's such a good
it's like
dynamic.
That weird balance of being enemies but not hating each other, and like being enemies only in the most technical of senses.
Yeah, you're correct. But like I haven't watched it in very long. Like I was watching it while it was coming out, so I don't remember as much as you do. I think last time I watched it was 2018. But I do remember liking it a lot. Wait, 2008. When did the last season come out? I remember watching it with my brother, Slater. And he was oh my gosh.
The way I did it was that the way I did it was that I watched like the first couple of seasons, I think. Not exactly. Like the first 3 seasons as they were coming out, but then I ended up like I like got rid of my subscription to Netflix.
Yeah.
So I no longer had the legal access to it. So, and then I like kind of ended up dropping it because like I'm not very good with keeping up with things that aren't finished. I'm more of like the type to binge it and then like wait for it to get more content and then binge it again. But like it ended up happening like the first 3-ish seasons maybe. After that I bailed for a long time where I forgot almost everything. And then I ended up rewatching the first 3 seasons like a long time later after season 5 came out, and I was only because I saw that Catadora became canon and I was like, ooh, I've gotta see this. So I ended up rewatching all of season 3 and then starting season 4 and season 5 after a little break.
Being in the fandom during that time was wild though. Like we're just like, what if we kiss? Oh wait. It was surreal. It was like it's never gonna happen, but then it happened, and we're like, "What?"
I wish. Oh my goodness, I ended up failing. I couldn't keep up with it. But it was genuinely so good. Like not just like the whole ship is super cute. Like just like the whole like everything about it was so cool.
Just like the aspects of war
were interesting and dynamic, and like
Seahawk.
Oh my gosh, Seahawk.
I love Seahawk so much.
I was talking more like Shadow Weaver and like Glimmer.
Yeah, I know. Kind of I know, but I like Seahawk a lot.
Seahawk, he's not my favorite, but he's pretty cool.
I like him and Mermista. Oh my gosh. I like Scorpia's character development a lot though.
Oh yeah.
It's like
that was like
because Katra was being super toxic to her, and she like finally got out of that relationship, and I'm so happy for her. I was like, oh my gosh, you did the thing.
It's so good, and like the whole thing, how like it's so sad. Like I feel like on Scorpia's part, she was completely right to leave, and like she had no responsibility to stay with Katra when Katra was only hurting her. But it's also like I feel sympathy for Katra. It doesn't make what she did right, but I feel sympathy for her because she was really just spiraling. And when she finally said, "Winning isn't what I thought it'd be," Scorpia was already gone. Like she realized too late that she had something important there. She realized too late that she wasn't treating her right, and that Scorpio was someone she cared about, and so that she should treat her nice.
Yeah, and the whole Katra, like her whole like abandonment issue, it kind of like added to that a little bit, because she was like in the last scene, you know, like the scene that you were talking about earlier, she was like, just stay with me for once. You could like tell that she just wants people to stay with her, you know. It's just like, oh.
And I love, like, there are like 4 songs.
Is there?
3 by Rainie, and then there's one. Who is it by? Hold on. Let me see if I can remember. I think it was by.
Oh, by the way, go look at Rainie at YouTube. Not sponsored.
So good.
She's so good. She's so good.
Yeah, I love her stuff. But there's one by, I think it's called Just This Once, and I think Mathematic Pony, that's where I'm seeing the channel that I see it from, but I don't know if that's like correct or not. But Just This Once is so good, and Just This Once is basically kind of like a season 5, like a song like throughout, like that takes place throughout season 5, starting from Save the Cat with Chipped Katra, and like where Katra. She's like saving Glimmer, and then where she's chipped, and then onwards all the way to the scene where she asks Adora to stay. So those songs are super great. They really just catch all the emotion. And Rainie songs too are good. Like After the War, oh my gosh, it's so cute, and it's like you can hear like it's really like healing. And then the song before that, Monster, I absolutely loved the end. Like where it's like from Katra's perspective, and the way she's like just the way she just like at the end where she's singing how like Adora left and she was the one who was left behind with everything there, and how she was the one who had to like pick up the pieces and sort out Adora's the way she left, because it's like, you know, the Horde kind of like it's an army thing, and like I don't know how to describe it, and since she left, she's there trying to like to deal with the mess that Adora left. And then the first song is Empty Space, which is like really like season 1 Katra, and how like she's got to like how she personally has to deal with Adora not being there. So I love those songs. They're so good.
Oh my gosh. I've only ever listened to Ghost from Rainie, and that was pretty much it, because I was in the fandom for like watching the show, not actually like looking at everything like you tend to do for some reason. But like I'm gonna search those up later. I have what
10 out of 10, very good. I love them.
They're 1,000%.
And in Empty Space, there are 2 versions. Empty Space, like an earlier version where it's just Rainie, and then a second version of Empty Space where they also have another great singer, Anna Pantsu, who is like singing Adora's parts.
I love Anna Pantsu too. Go check her
She's
out.
great.
High notes. Okay, I have been informed that this platform has up to 30 minutes in our web browser. So we're at 24. We have 6 minutes to wrap it up. So
oops.
We got to pick and choose which one we could talk about next.
I've already done 2, so I feel like you should get it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So since everyone knows The Promised Neverland and how I'm pretty sure that everyone knows Clannad, Your Lie in April, and The Promised Neverland, because Clannad is a classic and a goodie. Your Lie in April is pretty classic, but people have started watching it again, and The Promised Neverland everyone has talked about and hated season 2. I agree. but don't attack anyone on that cast, please. But what I wanted to talk about now is Yugakusho, because no one has watched this. I've seen some people talk about it, but it's so underrated because it's like in the same era of Hunter x Hunter, because it was made by the same person, and this one's actually finished. It's it's not Hunter x Hunter. I think it came out before Hunter x Hunter. I think this was the mangaka's first one they made. So basically it's about this guy who, not a spoiler, but he dies in the first episode, and he gets to go up there, you know, he's like floating in the sky, and he talks to this basically kind of godly like figure who's the son of the biggest godly figure or something. My memory's a little fuzzy, but I read the manga. So he talks to him and he's like, oh, this is unexpected. You weren't supposed to sacrifice yourself for that little boy. Huh. You're such a horrible person. I didn't know you'd do that. So then he gives him this kind of ultimatum. Either you could just go to the afterlife, I'm pretty sure, or you could work for me as a kind of spirit god. What is it called? I don't really know. Spirit fighter, something like that. Like they hunt demons and stuff like that. Very it has like a power dynamic. There's like demons from other realms. He like it's kind of more like a, you know how RPGs are made that you're playing around as the main character and they pick up people along the way. There's a lot of, it's like a shonen old 90s anime with really cool fight scenes that I really like. He, spoilers, meets up with this demon, Hiei, who's from an all-girls village, but he's pretty much condemned because he's the only guy there, and he's thrown out or something. He's really powerful because he got himself the third eye, which is apparently something that you can do. There's Kurama, if you know Naruto, he's the Nine-Tails Fox, but this is like demon realm, so he's a little bit different, and they basically have to be like, oh, redemption arc, I'm more human than I thought I am, humans aren't actually that bad, we shouldn't like kill him off, and stuff happens. They gotta save the big place, you know, the good place, the good side. I don't know, much like Shira, there's like the Horde and there's Etheria, kind of like that. My mind's really fuzzy. This is the first anime I've ever watched, and that was a long time ago. So, I'm not doing
definitely.
I should
check that out then.
Yeah, it's really good for its time. Like, of course, during that time, there's like Dragon Ball Z and Hunter x Hunter, obviously Sailor Moon. There's lots of good big ones, but y'all should check it out because I'm not giving it any justice because of my lack of memory, but I do remember a lot of the bigger scenes that I don't want to spoil for people because that would be unfortunate.
Like me.
Like you. Oh, Yugakusho does not get the thing it deserves. Like, they kept saying that, oh, we're gonna reboot it, oh, we're gonna make it like, you know how they made Hunter x Hunter again? Like that. They wanted to do that for years now. And they keep saying, oh, this year they're gonna do it. Oh, this year we're gonna do it. It's not here yet. I'm waiting. There's like a live action that was coming out. Still never came out for 3 years or something. I'm like, what is going on? Give it to me. Give me that good, crispy animation and that good voice acting because, you know, it was like the 90s or something. We have 50 seconds left in this stream. Anything else you want to say?
I'm gonna tune in for part 2.
Yeah, the next time we do this, we're gonna keep talking about our favorite stuff. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So,
again.
Do we have a catchphrase to leave off?
I do have a catchphrase. I'll just do the XD random one I thought of before. Okay.
Go off.
Now go radiate your favorite hot pockets and boil some tea. Good night. And we're out.